Okay. Have you ever sat down to do an assignment and told yourself, just a few more TikToks and then I'll get going on the assignment, just to realize a few hours later, nothing's been done? As college students, procrastination is something that we all experience quite often, and it's something that most of us, I'm gonna start.
I find on my note cards it's helpful to write
less.
bullet
Yeah, I know.
points instead of my sentence.
Because I didn't memorize my speech. Do we really?
But I'd rather you keep turning the pages instead of you
overly looking at one. I know, I had parts of each of them, so I didn't have to look down as much, but now it's like a whole thing. Okay, I can tell that. Okay, we're good. I had to make sure that show's recording, because Bree did it one time and it was the entire speech.
No.
It was a whole thing. Okay. Okay. Have you ever sat down to do an assignment and told yourself, I'll watch a few more TikToks and then I'll get started, just to realize a few hours later, nothing has got done? As college students, procrastination is something we know about all too well, which is why Tim Urban's TED Talk, Inside the Mastermind of a Procrastinator, is so powerful and relatable. After researching public speaking strategies and analyzing his speech, I found that Urban's is not only entertaining, but very effective public speaker. Tim Urban's impact comes from his ability to use visual aids, narrative storytelling, and audience-centered humor. Tim first uses these visual aids to simplify his complex ideas. According to researcher Richard Meyer, who studies multimedia learning, people understand info better when visuals are combined with spoken explanations. We see Tim do this throughout his speech. He uses simple drawings and diagrams to explain how procrastination works instead of relying on complicated explanations. For example, these two visuals right here, he uses instant gratification monkey and the panic monster as these simple drawings to represent how our brains prioritize easy and manageable tasks over important ones. Because of these visuals, the audience doesn't have to struggle to understand the concept, and it makes the message more effective. Now that we've looked at these visual aids to help his message, let's talk about storytelling. According to Green and Brock, the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, storytelling increases audience engagement and helps people better understand and remember information. Tim begins with a personal speech about a story about procrastinating in college, which immediately draws the attention of the audience. He also builds memorable characters like the instant gratification monkey, which represents part of the brain that seeks pleasure, and the panic monster, which only shows up when a deadline is nearby. By turning procrastination into a story, he makes the idea more realistic and relatable and easier to remember. Because of this, the audience isn't just listening, they're picturing themselves in the situation. This makes this message more impactful. Finally, when Urban uses audience-centered humor to build a strong connection, it allows his audience to dive deeper into the speech with him. According to BB&BB, effective public speakers adapt to their message and adapt to their audience to improve engagement and clarity. Tim Urban does this very well because he understands that many people, especially students, are going to struggle with procrastination, and so he uses humor to reflect those shared experiences. His tone is conversational and relaxed, which makes it feel more relatable and approachable during the entire speech. His humor keeps the audience engaged, but it also makes them feel understood, which strengthens their connection to the message as well. In conclusion, Urban's effectiveness as a speaker comes from the use of visual aids, storytelling, and audience-centered humor. These techniques allow him to clearly explain his ideas, connect with his audience, and create lasting impact. So the next time you find yourself procrastinating, you might want to picture the instant gratification monkey and realize just how powerful simple communication techniques can be. Thank you.